Drugs. See your girl in the park. System overload.
This is Sean O'Malley, and you're watching Full-Time MMA. Don't be a bagel bite, bagel bitch boy, bagel bitch back.
All right, no audio, no audio. Thank you, Stamina. I had to mute that. That's one of the things I was saying because this is not a great time for me to stream. There's a lot of shit going on in my house, so that's why my shit was muted to start the stream. But it's all good. Now we're here. We're live. We got about an hour today because there's some shit going on. I gotta be somewhere by 5:30. It's 3:40 now. So, with that being said, we got about an hour for the show. What we're really going to be talking about is PFL 10. That's what I was going over while we were muted. What we're really going to be talking about is PFL 10. Of course, we've got some MMA news on the backside. But at the beginning of the show, we're going to be looking at these PFL tournaments because I am going to do a fight companion tomorrow for PFL 10 because I don't want to say lucky for PFL 10 because who the fuck am I? But I wouldn't be watching. There's no Bellator, there's no UFC. So normally those are the two MMA promotions I really keep up with, UFC and Bellator. But PFL is in here like swimwear. There's no competition. They got some dope shit going on. I seen Kevin Hart on like Twitter on PFL and Adam Hunter, the comedian from MMA Roasted. I seen PFL is like actually like promoting this and explaining it. So in those two what are they called? I guess you could call them trailers for this PFL tournament that Kevin Hart and Adam Hunter did. I was like, oh shit, and I kind of was already a little aware of what was going on in the tournament, but it wasn't clear to me. It wasn't because it's new. And so what's happening is, check this out. Just a quick rundown. We'll do the quick rundown first, and then we'll talk about the other news. But check this out. So these are the guys that are going to be fighting tomorrow, and we're going to be doing a fight companion. But check this out. They can fight more than once this night. And then, in the end of the year, December 31st, the PFL is going to crown 6 fucking champions all on one night. But first, they're doing these tournaments. And not only do you win the belt, you win $1 million in each of these fucking divisions. And they got featherweight, lightweight, welterweight, middleweight, light heavyweight, and heavyweight. Now, the featherweight tournaments, you can see they've already played out. This already played out. The lightweight tournament already played out, so we missed those because they probably were competing with UFC and Bellator those days as well. And I just didn't understand the bracket format because it's so new to MMA. I mean, now let's get into what's going down tomorrow. So, Ray Cooper's taking on Jake Shields, 1 seed versus 8 seed. Now check this out. Whoever wins this fight fights again tomorrow. So all these guys fight tomorrow, and then whoever wins fights again. So it's kind of like the old school days where multiple fights in one night, but they're not finishing the entire tournament. And also the first round is only 2 rounds. So the first round of the tournament is only 2 rounds of fighting. So now after 2 rounds, if it's a draw, I think there's probably like a fucking third round to decide the fight. But Ray Cooper and Jake Shields, so they'll fight 2 rounds. And whoever wins advances. And then on the same night, they fight the winner of Rick Story versus Henderson Ferreira. Now, let me just give you an example. Rick Story wins, Ray Cooper wins. Well, tomorrow we watch those fights, and then we also see Ray Cooper versus Rick Story. And then the winner of that fight, the second fight of the night, they move to the finals. They move to fight for the $1 million. They move to the end of the year card where 6 champions are crowned. They get the title shot. Same with the other side of the bracket. You got Khabib's cousin / brother. That's his cousin, but, he's got Nurmagomedov, so everyone's going to get him confused. Anyway, say it's his brother. They call each other brothers. You know how that goes. But they're cousins. He's taking on Bojan Veličević, former UFC fighter. And if he wins, he fights again. And same scenario for the other side of the bracket. So that's happening tomorrow. This welterweight division, you got Ray Cooper, Jake Shields, Rick Story, Henderson Ferreira, Magomed Karimov, Pavlo Kush, Abu Bakar Nurmagomedov, and Bojan Veličević. Those are all going down tomorrow. Now, also we got the middleweight tournament. It's not just these fights. This is the welterweight tournament. These are the matchups. We're going to be watching all these tomorrow. Going to see who wins the tournament. Now let's check out the middleweights. This is middleweight. This is also happening tomorrow. Abus Magomedov versus Ghassan Umalatov, Bruno Santos, Sababu Sai, Eddie Gordon, John Howard, Lewis Taylor, and Rex Harris. Same format. Winner moves on, fights again, and the winner of that fight makes it to the ultimate PFL champion card, which we got to watch that. They're crowning 6 fucking champions. So tomorrow, since there's no other MMA, we will be doing a fight companion for this card. Some fighters you recognize, some you might not. Either way, it's going to be some fun shit. I'm looking forward to it. So I wanted to show you guys that because I didn't plan on it. I seen there was no UFC, no Bellator. I was like, what are we going to do this Saturday? I was like, oh, PFL 10 is going down. And by the way, this is the last fight before the mega card, the the crowning of all PFL champions. And then, of course, after PFL 10, which is this, PFL 11, and you know who's fighting at PFL motherfucking 11. It's the motherfucking two-time Olympic gold medalist, Kayla Harrison. Let's fucking go. So we're watching that regardless, tournament or not. So it's going down in PFL, and we will be watching it tomorrow, not next week, tomorrow. So with that being said, now let's pull up the chat, give some shout-outs now that we're not fucking muted. PK Boxing and MMA full-time salute. Peace to the chat. What's going on, PK? John Taylor says, Team Kayla hater present. Oh, we got the Kayla haters, the Harrison haters in here. Coco Butt says, hey, everybody, what's going on, Coco Butt? Leon Dubs and Stamina MC in the building. Dutch style Black Clouds. What? Leon Dubson, rewind, no volume. Yo, that's so funny. All right, so let's get into the MMA news. We got about 45-ish minutes, and we got quite a few things to talk about. Not as much as a stacked show, but some big things. So, first of all, I don't know if this is a blessing. I'm taking it as a blessing because I want to see Nurmagomedov versus Ferguson. And if Mayweather, if you want to fuck around and dilly-dally with retirement, come back and fight Pacquiao or something, dude. Now, if they fought, I would watch if Mayweather fought Nurmagomedov. But as I sort of suspected, this is a good way of keeping your name relevant, and that's kind of what Dana White is saying. He's shooting down the Nurmagomedov versus Mayweather talk. He's saying don't pay attention to it. Mayweather's really good at keeping his name relevant. And you might ask, well, Khabib's entertaining the shit, right? Khabib's keeping it. Khabib's doing the same thing. Yeah, but that's because Khabib's got a really good manager. So, yeah, they might be entertaining this shit with each other. That's because Khabib's got a really good manager. Even if there isn't no damn contract talks to fight Floyd Mayweather yet. Because like I said, Khabib is under contract with the UFC. So you have to have a good relationship with Dana White, for one, to even make the fight happen. But you're going to have to go through the UFC. like McGregor did. McGregor's the biggest name of the sport has ever seen. He still had to work with the UFC to make that fight happen. So there ain't no quitting the UFC and boxing Mayweather. You're under contract. None of that. You're going to have to work with the UFC. And as of right now, Dana White is saying, we ain't talked shit about no Nurmagomedov versus Mayweather. And I'll read Dana White's exact quote. But what he said was, don't pay attention to it. First of all, the Mayweather team has not approached us at all. Khabib is under contract with the UFC. Floyd is very good about getting his name out there when he wants to. And I was explaining that on the show, man. The people that have the best managers, the people that are at the top of the game, they're good at keeping their name relevant. Even if it's just talking about a potential fight or just coming in and saying, oh, yeah, I thought about fighting this guy. People know how to, whether it's with a good manager or just experience, the people that know how to keep their name on top of the media are usually the biggest stars in the game, the people that stay at the top. Mayweather could not be fighting Pacquiao until fucking December. And if that was the case, if he is fighting Pacquiao in December, we damn sure wouldn't be talking about it. MMA fans wouldn't be talking about Pacquiao versus Mayweather today. Only reason we're talking about Floyd Mayweather is because he's talking about Khabib. Only reason. And Khabib's entertaining that shit. He's also responding to Floyd saying, let's go. Shit, Khabib called him out first. To be honest, Khabib called him out first. Remember, he took the picture with Ellerby? We must do this. Come on. 27-0, 50-0. You know, he is the one that called out Mayweather. So, and it's not like Khabib's some fucking master strategist that's like, oh, I can just, get headlines off of Mayweather. Khabib's not someone that does that, but he does have one of the best managers in the game. Definitely has one of the best managers in the game. So I can only imagine that manager could have probably hit up Leonard Ellerby, Floyd's manager, or whatever you want to call him. Yo, biggest name in boxing, biggest name in MMA. We should at least talk about a fight. I don't know how serious it's going to be. Shit, I ain't even talked to Dana. I ain't even talked to the UFC, but bruh. Headlines, cha-ching. Let's just get the interest, see if there's interest, gauge the interest. You know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, there might not be a lot to this fight until the UFC gets on board. Now, Dana White could change his mind. Dana White has lied in the past. You got to point that out, of course, always. Dana White has said things, shit changes. So, yeah, Dana White could be pulling the fucking wool over our eyes, but I don't know why he would do that, right? Especially if you're trying to promote a fight. If you're trying to get people hyped about a fight, you probably wouldn't shut it down. You know what I'm saying? You'd be like, yo, I'm just saying, if the people want to see it, that's the fight to make. Instead of, don't even pay attention to it, you know? So, also, though, Khabib's manager, even though Dana White's shutting it down, Khabib's manager, like I said, fucking one of the best managers in the game, he was talking a little bit about Mayweather, leading to more speculation, but this is what he had to say. I'm talking to everybody right now. At the end of the day, Khabib is a UFC fighter. He still has a contract with the UFC, and we respect the contract, but we're open. If Floyd wants to box Khabib, you have a guy that's 50-0 and a guy that's 27-0. Both have never tasted defeat. Khabib brings 2.5 million Muslims around the world, some of the richest countries in the world, and they're behind him. Floyd Mayweather is a megastar. Floyd Money Mayweather. If those two forces clash, that's a real fight. Khabib's got a lot of big money fans. Mayweather's just got a lot of fans. That equals up to big money. So there's a lot of fucking money in that fight, which means, yeah, Dana White, you know, in the UFC, they might not have been approached about it yet. But if Khabib's manager and Floyd Mayweather calls Dana White tomorrow and says, hey, this thing is trending, we got all the conversation, the engagement on social media, we're getting a lot of, you know, if it's trending upward and they're like, yo, we really want to make this happen, why would the UFC turn down one of these biggest fights? Now, it could just be they haven't approached the UFC yet. So we'll see where this goes, but Dana White's shooting it down, at least for now. The talks of Mayweather versus Khabib, and honestly, in a boxing match, Khabib would get fucking destroyed. I think that's fair to say. The only thing I guess the case you would make, the only way I could see to really sell this fight is, will Khabib fucking make it the distance? You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't look at Khabib like Conor McGregor, like, oh, at least he's got that puncher's chance. Like Khabib has a chance to potentially switch up the fucking rules, get disqualified, and powerbomb Mayweather if he switches this shit to an MMA fight. But honestly, he's not going to get paid, so that's unrealistic. So what is Khabib going to do in a boxing match, Floyd Mayweather, aside from get his ass kicked? You tell me. but he might make it. He's not known for having even though Conor McGregor called him a glass-jawed rat, Khabib's not really known for having a glass jaw. He's not known for getting knocked out. He's never lost, so he might be able to make it to a decision. But then again, a lot of people feel like Floyd Mayweather carried Conor McGregor. And if so they feel like Floyd could come out here and knock Khabib out. And maybe there's something to that. We've never seen Khabib lose. You know, maybe there's something to that. Could Floyd finish Khabib? Because I don't think anyone's going to be asking, can Khabib out Floyd? I don't think that's going to be asked. Dana White shutting it down for now. Who the fuck is that guy? Oh, AVP just subscribed and hit the subscribe button. Thank you very much for joining the full-time family. P, that is much reconnection. Sorry guys, yeah, fucking my internet messed up. I'm not direct connected right now, so that's why I'm gonna make this stream a little shorter too once we get through these topics. Hopefully that doesn't happen again. If it is, I'll know and I'll stop the stream or I'll wait till it reconnects. So we're back now. And future streams that shouldn't happen because I'm gonna have a fucking cord in the back, even though it was still lagged a little bit. So my bad, we'll be all good. But with that being said, I don't know where I was at. I was talking about boxing. I know where I was at. I don't know what you guys heard last, where it kind of stopped freezing, but I'll just real quick. What I was saying is I'm becoming a casual boxing fan. Not hardcore by any means, but I'm knowing about a lot of the bigger names, the Wilders, the Furies, the Joshuas, the Mayweathers, the Pacquiaos, the Crawfords, the Lomachenkos. I'm hearing about all these guys, so if these guys get to fighting, those are guys I might tune into. But other than that, I'm still not the hugest boxing fan, you know what I'm saying? But I'm still keeping up a little bit. And with that being said, I seen DAZN is doing big business with a lot of people, especially combat sports, boxing, MMA. And so that's why I've kind of had my tabs on DAZN, kind of like what's going on over there. And I've actually heard it's an awesome app. I forget who it was. I think it was Brian Jensen on the Mobcast. He was saying that DAZN is actually a super dope app. You know, they got a lot of combat sports for if you're a fan of different combat sports. There's a lot of shit for you on there. Now, the only thing about the DAZN app and the ESPN Plus app and all the shit that I don't know about is, where is this going? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's definitely a big push to these apps. And, I mean, probably a conversation too deep for us fucking MMA fans. I think it's got something to do with this net neutrality shit that, you know what I'm saying? But I am a little curious about what's going on there with these new apps because, of course, you got ESPN Plus, DAZN, and all of this. But I'm just saying, DAZN is putting out some money and signing some big names. They just recently now signed Canelo, $365 million deal for 11 fights, and Mayweather's responding to it. And he's not just responding, he's fucking trashing Canelo. And by the way, he's throwing McGregor's name in there just for the fucking hell of it. Yo, I might have to do a separate video on this just because Mayweather's coming with the heat. And like I said, man, it don't matter if it's Mayweather, it don't matter if it's McGregor, and it don't matter if it's Pacquiao. At this point, Mayweather is an unstoppable force at a press conference. None of these guys are going to be able to beat Mayweather at a press conference. None of them have nothing to fucking say. McGregor can't say shit. There's no more mystique. We know what happened in the first fight. What do you say to Mayweather when he says, I already knocked your ass out, you lost to Khabib, you tapped, you quit, what do? What can McGregor respond to with Mayweather? He's actually going to have to call him a fucking monkey. And that's probably not going to play over too well. Because just flirting with the Rocky reference, ooh, people were ready to write McGregor off as a racist. I'm just saying, if you're in a press conference, you know how it goes when you're trash talking with somebody, man. You got to hit them where it fucking hurts. Even if you don't mean it. Even if you're not homophobic. Even if you're not fucking racist. When you get into a fucking argument and somebody's coming at you, you're dropping all type of F-bombs, N-bombs, B-bombs, M-bombs. Whatever the fuck you can drop, you're dropping in one of those type of verbal confrontations. So what the fuck do you say when Mayweather is just calling you a quitter and pointing out the fact that you tap and you quit and you tap and what the fuck you gonna say? By the way, Khabib, you barely speak English. What are you gonna say to Mayweather? You better hope they got a Dagestani press conference, then Khabib will shit on Mayweather. Mayweather's gonna be lost. You're gonna be having to translate. The translator ain't even gonna know how to translate the slang. You know what I'm saying? Like, they ain't gonna know how to say half the shit Mayweather says in Dagestani, so you're fucked there. But what do you say even to Khabib? Like, dude, you're look at your form. You don't even box. You beat McGregor, but that's my sloppy seconds. Pacquiao, what do you say? I already beat you. Oh, I got a hurt shoulder. I don't give a fuck about your whole shoulder. We all come in here with injuries. You can hurt your whole shoulder can eat my dick. Like Mayweather, whoever he fights, man, he's gonna have some heat for it. So he's got some of that right now on social media. He says, TBT, it didn't matter if Canelo ate his PED steak or not this night. This was by far the easiest fight in my career. Conor McGregor was a way better fighter than Canelo's cheating ass, and I beat the brakes off him too. It takes me 36 minutes or less to make 300 million plus. It literally takes me one night and one fight to make what you make in 5 years and 11 fights. So really, who's winning? You do the math. Bayow! Bayow! The ting goes crack. Para boom, 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 boom. Skibby dee pop, pop. And I doom, 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 doom. Scat! I'm just saying. Didn't matter if he ate his PED steak or not. I beat his ass. Conor McGregor was a better fighter. Yowza! Yowza! Mayweather owned that ass. Pause. Yo. Just saying. Mayweather's touche. Don't have to like him as a person. I know that. Don't. That's the case with most of your favorite entertainers. We don't. They might not have a history of domestic violence, but you'd be fucking surprised. Everybody's got some fucking skeletons. So you might not like him as a person, but as a boxer and a trash talker, I gotta admit he's doing pretty goddamn good. And a businessman, whatever that means. Now, let's move it to the next topic. Stick to some MMA after Mayweather just fucking blasted Canelo and McGregor. I'm gonna have to do. I gotta do a second. We gotta do a video on that. He wasn't never fucking around here. So, Daniel Cormier. Let's get back to the MMA news, man. He's talking about Stipe Miocic. And, someone said this on yesterday's show. They said Daniel Cormier's scared of Stipe. I was like, nah. Maybe he's picking his fight here, but scared of Stipe. You're gonna have to run that by me again. I don't understand where you're getting that from. You just fought him, and that's what DC's saying. He's actually responding to people saying he's scared of Stipe. He's like, I can't duck the guy I just beat within one round 3 months ago. He's like, less than 3 months ago, I knocked that guy out in the first round. And now I'm scared of him. Nah, not quite. It's not how it works. If I was scared of him, I wouldn't have went for a champ versus champ fight. If I was scared of him, I would have just waited for someone at light heavyweight. If I was scared of him, I wouldn't even have fought him. I was already the light heavyweight champion making fucking triple digits, 6 figures. I've already been making good money in the sport. Why the fuck would I fight this guy if I was ducking him? The only reason y'all want to see a fucking rematch is because y'all thought he was going to beat me. Some of y'all probably are mad. Big fans of Stipe. I get it. He feels disrespected, but this is not personal, guys. This is business. That's what this is. But with that being said, this is what he said. He said it's all about perception. So if you can create this idea that I ducked him, then okay, maybe you'll get some people to rally and support you. And it's worked. I've never seen Stipe Miocic have so much support in my whole entire career. I mean, people are like, why are you ducking Stipe? I put a picture up about this kid who signed a scholarship to go to college the other day, and I got a whole bunch of people going, why are you ducking Stipe? I'm like, I can't duck a guy I just beat within one round 3 months ago. I'm not ducking him. If anything, I was trying to give Stipe credit for the fact that he's a good fighter, and I wanted to give him my best effort, right? I want to fight him at my best, so I need 6 weeks, not a busted up hand to fight him. But people get a little bit desperate when something that they truly get taken away from them, and I can see that in Stipe. He's saying Stipe's getting a little desperate out here, a little thirsty. He wants that belt back. And, I'm telling you, this goes both ways. Like, I see how people can say that he's ducking Stipe, and depending on your definition, you're a little right. Is he ducking Stipe? Technically, yes, because he doesn't want to fight Stipe on short. He doesn't want to fight Stipe on short notice with an injury. So, like, technically, you can say he's choosing Lewis over Stipe, but it's not like it's because he's so scared of Stipe he just would never fight him. Like you said, he just fought him 3 months ago. And Yes, some fighters do get rematches after getting knocked out in the first round or knocked out in the second round. Salute to Cody Garbrandt and Joanna Jędrzejczyk. Some fighters do get those immediate rematches after getting knocked out. But a lot of fighters don't. Luke Rockhold, TJ Dillashaw lost a split decision, didn't get an immediate rematch. A lot of guys don't get immediate rematches after they get knocked out. Now, you can say, well, Stipe, you know, he defended his title the most at heavyweight. That's only 3 times, dog. Now, fucking respect to Stipe. That's a great accomplishment. At heavyweight, it's super hard to defend your belt 3 times. That's why it's the record. But what I'm saying is, just because you break a heavyweight record, right? That's like, you can take that record, and there's so many records you can break. I'm sure Luke Rockhold might have broke the record for quickest middleweight to lose his title, biggest upset in middleweight history. He broke a record. I guess it's a bad record, but you get the point. What I'm saying is, like, that's not the case. You can't say, oh, that's not how you get a rematch, by breaking a record. Like, oh, he broke a heavyweight record. He's guaranteed a rematch, right? Nah, this is a business. This isn't the Guinness Book of World Records. We need to sell fights. We need to sell tickets. We need to sell pay-per-views. And one of the common things about the guys that don't get immediate rematches, there's a common theme. There's a common theme. Actually, there's 2 common themes, but I'm going to chalk it up to the latter. The first common theme is none of these motherfuckers got neck tattoos. I don't know if that has anything to do with it. TJ, Rockhold, Joanna, fucking Stipe. None of these motherfuckers got neck tattoos. Is that it? No. Okay, it might not be that one. That's just one of the commonalities. The other thing is, they're not big on trash talk. And not Joanna. Don't throw Joanna into that. Joanna, she got the immediate rematch. She's not in this conversation. But these guys, Rockhold, Dillashaw, Stipe, these dudes that don't get their immediate rematches, they're not the best at trash talk. Or they selling the fight. I don't want to say trash talk. Selling the fight, getting a story or something that people can get attached to like, that's one, and I don't know if that's exactly what it is. I'm just looking at what do these guys have in common that don't get immediate rematches, and that's one of the things. They're not known for selling fights through trash talk. You know, so these other fighters, maybe they're more willing. They're more willing to do some crazy shit to sell a fight. And so these guys have to go the hard way to get their title back. But one thing, like DC pointed out, one thing, inadvertently, when these fighters go through this, they get support. DC said, I've never seen Stipe with this much support in his life. No one gave a shit about a Stipe fight. Now that everybody thinks that he's fucking getting ducked and he's getting disrespected by the UFC at every fucking turn, people are like, man, I love Stipe. The UFC's treating him wrong, man. No respect. No respect for fucking Stipe. He's a fireman. He fucking saves cats out of trees and gives them back to the old lady. He runs in the building, not out. If there's a fucking fire right next to you, Stipe's running in there. He's a fucking hero. And he gets no fucking respect. Stipe fucking full-time firefighter, full-time MMA fighter, baddest man on the planet, and the UFC gives him no respect. And so the fans are rallying around him because the UFC's on that baby back bagel biting bullshit. And so now everyone loves Stipe. Give Stipe his fucking belt back, you bastards! But good luck. Oh, by the way, you know how else the Stipe is fucking Stipe over a little bit? The UFC is? You see what they tried to do to him. Some of y'all didn't catch this. Some of y'all didn't catch this. Because y'all ain't, you know what I'm saying? I'm hardcore. I'm looking at the news every fucking day, right? Some of y'all didn't catch this. The UFC tried to throw Curtis Blades at Stipe, bro. Around this time. The UFC... Okay. I don't want to take it too far and say the UFC put Curtis Blades up to it. But Curtis Blades ain't known for talking trash, calling people out like that. And before he got booked to fight Ngannou, Curtis Blades, who was dangerous, a future fucking contender. He's fucking dangerous for anybody. I don't care if you're Stipe, DC, anybody. Curtis Blades is dangerous. Lewis, Volkov, Curtis Blades is dangerous. Curtis Blades was on Twitter like, yo, Mr. Stipe, yo, Mr. Miocic, I'm a big fan. I would never be disrespectful, but it would be an honor. You don't have a fight. I don't have a fight. It would be an honor to fight you at the UFC's 25th anniversary card in Denver on free TV. So whether it was Curtis Blades' manager who was speaking with the UFC or what the fuck ever, and I'm going to say this. If the UFC don't fuck with Stipe like that, it feels like Stipe's on that no-love list. He's not someone that the UFC is just extra behind. It actually seems like it's the opposite. Maybe he gets snubbed instead of loved. You know what I'm saying? Instead of kisses, Stipe gets kicks. Instead of something, TJ gets tricked. You know what I'm saying? It's a hard knock life for Stipe and TJ. Anybody? It's a hard knock life out here for these fucking champions, man. No respect. And you motherfuckers are supposed to be racist. My bad, guys. Dana, show some love to your fellow skin. Just kidding. But no, really. That's honest. When you got Stipe and TJ, blonde-haired TJ, getting skipped over for title shots, how can you say that racist shit? Sarge Eubanks got damn near thrown into a fucking main event, gay, female, black, almost headlined MSG. Stipe can't get no love. TJ can't get no love, no pun intended. He got no love. Actually, Cody. So, there's something to that. But, all that being said, I do believe Stipe's on the no-love list. I do believe Stipe gets disrespected. I don't know why, but I do believe there's something to that. The disrespect he feels. There's for sure something to that. I don't know if it's because these guys don't want to come out here and act like clowns on the mic or what it is, but they do get disrespected by the UFC a lot of the times. It feels like they're on that no-love list. With all that being said, I still don't think Daniel Cormier is scared of Stipe Miocic. I still don't. DC's done way too much. That's like saying GSP is scared of Tyron Woodley. Like, I hear you if you make that argument, but I just can't buy it. If GSP was just hungry to fight, I think if Woodley was a bigger name, maybe, I don't know about a bigger name, stock. If Woodley had more of a legacy, I think GSP would fight him. I don't think GSP is scared. Now, would he rather fight somebody else? Probably. You know, he'd rather fight McGregor. He'd rather fight a challenge, something new, a legacy fight. But I don't know if you can say he's scared. And that situation's even still a little different because you might be able to make a more of a case. But GSP, his resume, kind of like Daniel Cormier, it's just too long and too strong. Pause. GSP's just defended it. He's done too much in the welterweight division for the sport. He retired to really say he's scared of anybody. Daniel Cormier. This, though. If you are one of these people that is on fucking Daniel Cormier's Twitter, I swear I hope you're on GSP's. Now, there's some double standards we can talk about real quick, because I guarantee you, whenever GSP posts a picture, there ain't a bunch of motherfuckers, oh, you're scared of Tyron! And it's the same situation. Honestly, I'll buy that more than this. I'll hear your case that GSP doesn't want to fight Woodley more than I'll hear your case that Cormier don't want to fight Stipe because he just fought him. He just knocked him out 3 months ago. Woodley's never fought GSP. So maybe there's a little double standard there. People saying Daniel Cormier is scared and not saying GSP is. We can go to GSP's Instagram and I'm willing to bet you there is nobody on every post talking about, you're ducking Woodley, you're ducking Khabib, you're ducking Woodley. Now, maybe there's some Khabib fans now like, fight Khabib, Khabib time. But ain't nobody saying, oh, why are you ducking Woodley? Now, Cormier just knocked out Stipe, and they're like, oh, why you ducking Stipe, bro? I know your hand is broke, but if you'll fight Derek Lewis, why won't you fight Stipe? Broke hand. Like, you know, there's a little bit of a double standard there with Daniel Cormier probably getting some of the hate from the fans. But if you want to look at anything else, yeah, man. So that's an interesting topic. So Cormier saying I'm not ducking Stipe, and I agree. I was just talking about that yesterday on the show. So what perfect timing. So we got a few more things to talk about. Let's pull up the chat, though. Full-time family. Stamina MC says he's got somewhere to be today. Forward. Cheeky panel. Yeah, I got somewhere to be. I got to take my girl to work, and I got some shit I got to do after that. So I only got, actually, shit, I got like, I'm supposed to have like 15 minutes left, but I guess if I'm pushing it, I got like 20, 25. But yeah, I'm like supposed to be out here really soon. And there's shit going on at home, like at any moment. You guys know how it goes sometimes. You might hear a bunch of screaming, yelling, drama, and that shit could come up here today because I pissed somebody off. But it wasn't like I did something bad. I was just being my asshole self. I was just, you know what I'm saying? I got a slick mouth. And so when somebody's in a bad, they got an attitude and you got a slick mouth, pisses them off more. So when the stream was counting down at the beginning of the show, I was like, oh shit, like that's right when I did it. I was like, man, we got 2 minutes on this countdown. I don't know how this is about to go. So I gotta handle some shit. But there's not a whole lot of crazy shit to talk about. But one thing we will do, and I can even, I know the time zones is a little different. I was gonna say maybe after I get my shit done, maybe in about 4 or 5-ish hours, I can go live again and we can do a panel. But just for the stream, not. And then also Sunday we're gonna do one, and Saturday tomorrow we're gonna do a fight companion for PFL actually. So yeah, salute to Forward in the building. Pull up the Chizat. What's good, fam? Says that weird guy. Oh, not much. What's going on, that weird guy? That weird guy in the building. Cam Murphy in the building. CFR Sports. What's going on, CFR? The anti-bagel bot in full effect. Never been fucking around. Anti-bagel bot looking out for me. We got a bot in here. Don't hate on Lewis. Let my dude get his fatty check. Win or fail. I'm rocking with Lewis. That's another thing. Like, that's part of the reason DC took this fight. He wouldn't have fought just anybody with the broken hand or whatever the fuck. It's not broken, with the hurt hand. He just did literally before the show started. I saw DC was live doing a fucking media scrum. He had like a fucking his head was busted a little bit, not like busted open to where it was bleeding, but he had like a scab on his fucking head. Like, my nigga's still banged up too. DC's still banged up. He's probably going through training camp, bro. AKA. Holy shit, man. Weidman, duck your motherfucking taco, because Chris Weidman is coming up. He's supposed to be fighting Luke Rockhold soon. This is going to be a really hard fight for Weidman. Not only did he lose the first fight, but also Luke Rockhold is an AKA right now, and everybody's healthy. I'm talking about iron sharpening iron. I'm talking about Khabib in camp, Cormier in camp. Rockhold is fucking over there sparring with straight killers right now. That's not good for Weidman, who already lost the first fight. So, good luck there. But, yeah, so continuing on with the show, though, DC saying he's not ducking Stipe. I hear that. With that being said, CFR says Cage Warriors 93 tomorrow. Okay, I'm watching PFL tomorrow. I don't know. I don't know when Cage Warriors comes on or anything, but PFL 10 is going to be lit. Multiple guys. These guys each got to fight twice. Whoever wins has to fight again, and then whoever wins that fight makes it to the $1 million tournament finals. Like, that's going to be crazy. So, with that being said, Dustin Poirier is avoiding surgery on his hip and expecting a 3-week recovery. He says, and this does not sound like no damn Dustin Poirier tweet. A manager, assistant, his girl, you know what I'm saying? You get somebody they wrote real proper for you. They used all the proper punctuation. Like, Dustin Poirier is not writing with these exclamation marks. That's just a side note. So here's what's up for everybody asking. I do not have to have surgery. I'm going to stay in LA and get stem cell injections in my hip on Monday. From that point, I will have a 3-week recovery, and after that, I will be able to get back to training 100%. So that's good news. The Diamond doesn't have to have surgery. He'll be back sooner rather than later. That's really good news for us MMA fans, but it's still really bad news for the casual fans, because just because Poirier is coming back, don't mean Diaz is coming back. This was Diaz's chance to get off the card and go back into fucking bike season, triathlon season. Lucky Nate Diaz, Dustin Poirier had a fucking minor injury, right? I was already skeptical that the fight was going to happen, And now Poirier, minor injury, and what it means is, yeah, Poirier, he's still a fucking legend. I believe he'll be back to fight, probably before the end of the year. But the problem with that is Nate's not. Not the only reason, because respect on Poirier's name. What he's done, made his way to the top of the division, is remarkable. Deserves a title shot, but it's the UFC. Politics come into play. Tony Ferguson's here. We got Lee fighting Iaquinta. There's a lot of guys at lightweight that could be fighting for the title. So to see him at least rewarded with the Nate Diaz fight was like, all right, that's dope for Dustin Poirier. I didn't think Nate Diaz was fighting anybody. He's been out for 2 years. I pretty much was sure he was waiting on McGregor. And, he booked to fight Poirier. And I'm like, all right, it's booked. But I definitely had my skeptical hippo eyes on this fight happening. And then Nate Diaz starts fucking threatening to pull out. Oh, they announced McGregor versus Khabib. Fuck that. They better start over-promoting and stop under-promoting. I'm fucking out of here. I'm like, oh shit, the fight's in jeopardy. Then he goes to Twitter and says, oh, Poirier don't want to fight at 165. Fuck you guys. I'm going home. I'm out of here. I'm like, oh shit, here he is again, threatening to pull out of the fight. Like the whole time before the fight, I'm questioning this. And now Poirier gets a minor fucking scrape. I don't want to say that. Not a minor scrape. But I'm saying compared to like serious injuries. He doesn't have to have surgery. It's a nagging hip injury. That's what I mean when I say minor scrape. It's not like a severe injury, right? It's not like a broken arm like Dominic Cruz or something crazy. It's a nagging hip injury, and he's going to be able to come back in fucking 3 weeks, a 3-week recovery. But do you think we're going to get Poirier versus Diaz next? Do you think they're going to reschedule that? I'm sure the UFC would like to book Diaz, but do you think Diaz is going to accept this fight now that it's rebooked, now that it's fucking Madison Square Garden, not co-main event? Poirier also came out and said Diaz turned down the main event if it wasn't at 165, so it was almost like Diaz was trying to bully the UFC into opening up a new division to let him fight for a title. It's title or nothing. Even though we already offered your ass 2 fucking title fights in the last 2 years at multiple weight classes, and you didn't want none of those, now the only way you'll fight in the main event is for a fucking title? All right. Cam Murphy says, we all knew that fight wasn't going to happen, though. Yeah, we all knew it, but they had the press conference and the whole, Diaz never pulls out of a fight. Well, I guess he didn't because Poirier got injured. But it's unfortunate. So yeah, Coco Bus says, I think the Diaz brothers are retired. Don't even get me on Nick Diaz, motherfucker. I signed that petition and I didn't do it for no fucking reason. I didn't, you know what I'm saying? I didn't get riled up by the troops. Yo, Nick Diaz got suspended by USADA for 5 years. This is wrong. You know what I'm saying? I didn't sign that shit for nothing. But maybe we did. Quincy Pinola in the building. What's up, full time? Not much. What's going on, Quincy P? That weird guy says, nope, I doubt the UFC books Nate anytime soon, to be honest. I mean, I'd like him to fight personally, but I don't see it happening. Yeah, man. And Dana White's actually talking about that. So that's a good transition. Dana White says he's not interested in booking Nate Diaz unless he's absolutely dying to fight. Good luck with that. When the fuck is that gonna be? I thought that's the only reason he was fighting Poirier. There's no reason to fight Poirier unless you're dying to fight. It's not for a title. It's not McGregor. What if Diaz loses to Poirier? Which is very possible. I don't know how that affects your McGregor fight. People will still want to see it, but coming off that L would not be a good look. So, why would he even take this fight with Poirier? You didn't want to fight for a title. So, I was like, okay, the only way he takes this fight is if he's dying to fight. It's the only reason. He just wants to fucking fight. But clearly, he's not dying to fight yet. Maybe he's close. I really wanted to fight Poirier. Not enough to stay on the card. Not enough to fight a short notice opponent. Not enough to rebook the fight. But, I don't know, guys. I think it is what it is. This is more for the casuals. Us hardcore fans, we're kind of looking at this like, get the fuck out of here. But one of these days, they're going to announce McGregor versus Diaz. Maybe it's next year, and it's all going to fucking, I don't want to say make sense, but it's all going to fucking be worth our while, our confusion, and our frustration of what's going on with, you know, some of the biggest fighters coming back to fight. Eventually, it's going to be like, all right, guys, at least McGregor versus Diaz is booked. I don't think anyone's pulling out of this fight. Neither McGregor or Diaz are known for pulling out of fights. So that's one of the benefits. Well, Poirier wasn't known for pulling out of fights, to be fair, but we'll see what happens. But Brad Komodo says, on the heels of the good news on Poirier's hip, I asked the UFC president Dana White if Poirier-Diaz is a fight he'd want to rebook. I'm not interested in making a Diaz fight until Diaz is just absolutely dying to fight. When he's ready to fight, he'll let us know. And until then, he'll, kind of like Mayweather, right? Keep his name in the media. Nate Diaz, I don't know who his manager is. He's got a good manager. I don't know if he's dealing with Ali Abdelaziz or Malky or Abraham Kawa. Those are some of the best managers that come off the top of my head. I don't know which one he's dealing with, but he's got a good manager by now. He knows how to keep his name relevant, guys. And that's what the fuck explains all of before the Poirier fight. The Poirier fight, nagging hip injury. Can't say nothing about that. Before that shit, I'm talking about bike season. Oh, I was going to fight Woodley, but the UFC, and Dana White's like, we didn't fucking offer you Woodley. And Woodley's like, yeah, y'all did. Like, you know, you got the fighters saying that they got offered a fight, and the UFC saying we didn't offer it. Like, there's so much shit, like, bike season. Oh, after bike season. And then, oh, I'm going to boxing. And fuck MMA, I'm going to boxing. Oh, I'm not coming back until you guys make me excited or someone really calls me out. People start calling him out. I'm not coming back until you ask me nicely. Oh, Nate Diaz comes back when someone asks him nicely. Meanwhile, Nate Diaz ain't fought for 2 years, and we've been talking about him the whole time. The whole time. Staying relevant. And there's definitely something to staying relevant. Definitely. In marketing, if you study business, if you study marketing, entertainment, all that shit, there is something to staying relevant and keeping your name in the headlines. And I'm telling you, sometimes, some of the times it's not even a good look. Sometimes it might be a motherfucking bad headline, but what you're doing is you're staying relevant. And Nate Diaz has done an amazing job of staying relevant over these last 2 years with no fights. You know? Bike season, we're on it. Call him out nicely. Call him out. Piss him off. And I'm not... He's even stayed in the headlines for some of, like I said, the wrong reasons. I'm not saying that he did it intentionally, but it fucking helped. Nate Diaz has been like 2 fucking crowd brawls. Like, at smaller organizations, but he's been involved in them. He might not have got charged or nothing, but Team Diaz, in this whole 2 years, has been in a couple. One at Combate Americas. You remember the fat dude trying to jump the fence and get to the brawl? Fell over the fence. There was one. So, it is what it is. One of these days, Diaz will be back. And in the meantime, in between time, until they book him against McGregor, I don't think you should take anything he says seriously. But the fact that he's one of the biggest stars in the sport, you kind of got to pay attention to the fuckery. So, there's the update on Nate Diaz. And by the way, Dana White don't even deal with Diaz, right? He said he's got the guys that deal with Diaz in the past. He's like, I don't deal with the Diaz brothers anymore. I've had enough of that. We've got a guy that really believes in the Diaz brothers. We're going to let him deal with the Diaz brothers. I'm surprised he didn't say something about that. Like, listen, I don't even deal with those guys no more. I don't know if he's getting rebooked because I'm done. I got a lot of shit to worry about that's not fucking petting the ego of the Diaz brothers. I get it. You know what I'm saying? We all got wronged. You know, people start in life, they don't start from the same starting point. It's fucked up. What, you know what I'm saying? I get it. The Diaz brothers didn't have as easy of a career, right? We don't have as easy of a life as other people. You, me, Diaz's. We start from a little farther place, but at the same time, how far can you let that push you? You can't fucking just use that the whole life. Like, man, fuck these guys. I remember back whenever I was only 3 years as a fighter, and they made me fight that tough-ass motherfucker. I remember whenever I know I sold 100 tickets, and y'all only told me I sold 50. Fuck y'all, motherfucker. You know, probably pissed him off on the come up, and now they're holding it against him, holding a grudge. Like, nah. Remember back before I beat McGregor, y'all didn't want to fuck with me. Back before I beat McGregor, y'all didn't want to fuck with me. Y'all were still paying me, what, 30 and 30? Nigga, I need 30 million. You know, like, so I get where he's coming from. I understand it. I don't know what you can do about it. What are you going to do? Are you going to fight or are you not going to fight? Let's go. Let's get it. And if not, let us know. Don't string us along. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. Speaking of, Jorge Masvidal, Nate Diaz, that's a fight we could have saw. After Poirier pulled out, Masvidal threw his name in the hat. Masvidal said, yo, 305 versus 209, get it. Without the get it. That's all he was missing. And Nate, nah, I think I'm good. Fuck you, motherfuckers. I'm not taking a short notice fight, motherfucker. Motherfucker. Masvidal think he can fight me, motherfucker. You ain't a big enough name, motherfucker. It is what it is, though. It is what it is. But Masvidal was like, okay. I figured that wasn't likely anyway. I'm sure anybody that calls out Nate Diaz, right? You got like a 2% chance of getting the fight at this point. Masvidal, so it didn't work out. But Leon Edwards, he's calling out Masvidal. And Masvidal don't like what he had to say, so he's snapping back. Boy, we might have us a fight on our hands. Leon Edwards says, I am ranked and called your name plenty of times, but you have every excuse. You're only ranked 2 spots above me, kid, and you're on a 2-fight losing streak. Don't be scared, pussy. Whoo! You ain't talking to my motherfucking homie Gamebred like that, Leon Edwards. Woo! Leon, chill. I'm a fan. I think you're good. Underrated. But you ain't gonna be disrespecting my motherfucking dog Gamebred Masvidal like that and think it's going unnoticed, and you think he's just gonna let it slide? No. From backyard to bright lights. We ain't go from backyards to baby back bullshit. So what that means is we on the bright lights. We're both on the big stage. I hear what you're saying, and I'll raise you a motherfucking a signed contract. Jorge Masvidal says, you must be smoking crack. Not because you're black, just because that shit was delusional. No, he didn't say that, but he said, you must be smoking crack. Who the fuck ever dodged your sorry ass? December 29th, you will cease to exist in this world. Tired of you new age punks. You're a fake Brit and a fake fighter. I got more fans in England than you bitch-made hoe. Oh, shit! Oh, shit! The team! Oh, my bad. Let me stop. That's like that meme. Oh! Everybody goes crazy. Oh! No, but on a serious tip, it sounds like you done called Gamebred to action. We got us a fucking date. We got a date and a location. December 29th, Jones versus Gustafsson. Nunes versus Cyborg. We might have Masvidal versus Edwards. Damn, and he said he's a fake Brit fighter. I got more fans in England than you bitch-made hoe. Woo! Masvidal firing back. That's how you sell a fight, guys. Sorry, I know people might say, oh, yeah, disrespect. For one, he's replying, and for two, that's how you sell a fight, guys. Who was asking for Masvidal Edwards? The two top welterweights, but that's just not two of the names that came to mind. Well, boom. These guys clearly don't like each other. We got some shit talking. It took 2 fucking tweets, and now we all want to see this fight. You know, all it took was 2 tweets. You didn't have to go too much out of character. Send a tweet and respond. Boom. If you're not a social media guy, don't say nothing else. Say no more. Just put out that first tweet, though. Say no more. That's all you had to say. Woo! December 29th, it might be going down between Masvidal and Edwards. Let's go. Let's go. Now, we got a couple more things to talk about before we got to get out of here full-time, family. With the rift at Jackson Wink, Mike Perry believes that he gave Donald Cerrone a little bit of a pep in his step. I'm motivating him. The fact that I'm taking his place, the young dog, kicking him out of his own gym. He didn't say it like that, but wouldn't that be crazy? If he came up and said, that motherfucker, yeah, he's mad because I'm the new blood. His old ass ain't got what it takes. He ain't paying the bills no more. What if he came out here and played this shit up? I don't think he would. Like, fuck him. There's enough heat here already, but that would be funny. But this is what Mike Perry had to say. He says, to be honest, I know people think I've been in Albuquerque, but I was in Florida. This is my year. This year's ending really well for me. We're going to finish off with a bang in November, and then I'm just going to chill with the family and have a good Christmas and shit. Things are looking up. He said, there's a point where I thought I was at a block in the road and I didn't see myself getting stronger, better, or faster. I didn't know what was happening. Then there was a point one day I woke up and I was a white belt again. I could be top basics, something I've heard a million times before, but this time I heard it differently. It just sounded so different. There have been 100 examples like that. Every strike I can imagine, I've been drilling the moves. Me and Frank the Tank Lester coming back home to Florida, getting my old team and working with them. What the fuck? What the fuck? Don't let that. Hold on. You guys, some of you might know. Some of you, what the? You're training in Florida, so you're telling me Donald Cerrone just got kicked out of his fucking gym for nothing? Guys, I know a lot of people don't listen to my channel. I know I'm a very fucking small channel and I'm a fucking nobody, but I'm telling you, I've been saying this. Mike Perry, why didn't you just go back to Florida or to your old camp for one more fight? And then after this fight, go to Jackson Wink. We don't got to kick Cerrone out. We don't got to cause a whole Jackson Wink rift. All you got to do is go back to somewhere. There was talks of fucking Perry training with American Top Team in Florida. Even if not with American Top Team, I think he's been training in Florida. So instead of fucking having to kick Cerrone out of the gym, why don't we just have Mike Perry start with Jackson Wink next camp? Go to Florida for this camp. And then we got no problems. We don't even have to have this whole Jackson Wink, Mike Perry, Donald Cowboy, Cerrone, motherfuckers throwing accusations, Jackson Wink versus Cerrone. We don't have to do none of that if you just go to Florida for this camp. So you mean to tell me after all of this shit has already played out, Cerrone's already been on the Joe Rogan Experience airing shit out like 21 Savage, pulling it up and airing it out. Pull up and air shit out. 21. We already had a Wink response. The whole gym split, and now you're going back to fucking Florida anyway. Now you're going back to fucking Florida anyway. So meanwhile, you got New Mexico. In New Mexico, Jackson Wink, you ain't training Perry because he's in Florida. Cerrone's at the BMF ranch. So who the fuck is Jackson Wink training? And went from training them both, and now you might not be training either one. What the hell is going on? My guy just said he's going to Florida, you guys. That's what I got from that. That's crazy. He says, I'm cool with him. There's no problems or anything except we got to fight November 10th, and that's not a problem. That's entertainment. That's fun for everybody. Me and Cowboy are going to love every second of it. We're going to fuck each other up, and it's going to hurt, and it's going to feel good at the same time. Pause. It's like a hate to love, love to hate type thing. Now, with that being said, he said, he's laughing about an Instagram picture Cerrone posted a couple weeks back at him in the hospital with his arm bandaged up. A picture that made some worry whether or not the fight might be in jeopardy. I'm one of those guys, 100%. When I saw this picture, fight's in jeopardy. You got your fucking left arm in a cast, right side of your face banged up. What'd you do? Just flip an ATV? With that emoji? With this emoji? This is a serious business emoji. You don't post that. That's not a laughing. It's not a crying, laughing emoji. That's like a, I fucked up. Ooh, fight might be off. That's what I get from that emoji. So I'll tell you what, maybe he posted that picture because he wants me to feel bad for him. Motherfucker, sorry, bro. I'm coming at you, dog. Full blast. Oh, shit, you're going to get hit so damn hard. I'm not holding nothing back. I'm going crazy. We don't know if it's a joke or not, or what he's doing, or if it's old. He's trying to play little games or something, but at least he's getting involved now. We'll see how the final 30 days go. Cerrone's known for showing up, ain't he? So yeah, he's responding to that picture, man. Is it a fucking joke? I don't know. Donald Cerrone's a crazy motherfucker. He goes on movie sets. Sometimes he could be he could literally be doing a movie right now. It doesn't look like it, but I've seen that before. Donald Cerrone had a fucked up face. And he's like, oh, I was on the movie set. I got you guys. It was from a movie. But he skydives. He fucking ATVs. He deep sea dives. He goes fucking fishing. He races NASCARs probably on the fucking weekends. Probably spins that around track at about 200 miles per hour a couple times. He probably does rally cars. All type of shit where you can get fucked up. Rides horses. Probably fucking tries to jump horses and barrel roll. You get the point. He does all type of shit where you can get injured. So when you already do all of that and you're posting this picture before your fight, who are you playing with? Are you trying to play with Perry? Trying to play with us fans? Because I'm thinking that the fight's in jeopardy. I'm not looking at this as promoting the fight. I'm looking at this as almost canceling the fight. Like, why would you show me this? I don't know. I don't like the picture. If it's a joke, it's a sick joke. Because I don't know what the fuck's going on with the fight. No, but who knows? Maybe, I'll say this, though. If the fight, I don't want to jinx it. Fingers crossed, if we go on and this fight gets canceled like a week before, then it'll be because of this injury. They might say it's not this injury, but I don't even know how I'm doing this. I could be completely wrong, man. I don't want to put out too much insider information. I don't got no fucking insider information. I'm a fan. This is just shit that I pick up. I ain't got no inside scoop. I don't know nobody behind the scenes. But I do know that if Donald Cerrone got injured 2 months ago and you announced it 2 months ago, you're probably not going to sell as many tickets. Right? So you announced that he's off the card after people already made plans. And I'm not saying the UFC does that all the time, but as a fucking business, that's a smart move. Sorry. We already scheduled the fight. People are excited about the fight. It might sound like a little assholish or scumbaggery, but you're getting good fights either way. If you were only here for Perry versus Cerrone, you're not a real MMA fan, man. There's a lot of good fights on the card. So, with that being said, they might not announce that Perry's off the card until fucking, you know what I'm saying, a week before the fight. It's like, well, shit, we already planned to go to Denver. We already planned on going to the event. We already bought our fucking bag of Stars of Death. We already locked and loaded. We already got our tickets. What are we going to do? Cancel our plans because Cerrone's out of the fight? It sucks, but you know what? We're still going to go. So he might fuck around and there might be something to this, or he might just be playing with our fucking emotions. I don't know, but it's a little sketchy. So 2 more things to talk about. Let's get it going. John Gotti III books his next fight at CES 53. If y'all don't know who John Gotti III is, he fucking knocked someone out in like 15 seconds in his last fight. He is the son or the grandson of the actual mobster John Gotti. So, of course, it doesn't matter how he wins this fight. This is what's funny, and this is low-key, I put it on my second channel because I know he's a big name, kind of like Kayla Harrison, but I don't know. His fight did a lot better numbers, actually. But I watched his first pro fight or second pro fight, and I recorded it, and I posted it on my second channel, and that thing got like a fucking 100,000 fucking views. So that's why I was trying to get that channel to 1,000 subscribers, too, because I might post the next one, shit. But I'm interested. Now, one thing I will say is I posted this video, right? The full fight. Bro, for one, the referee, he had dreads. Somebody said it looked like he fucking had a dead Jamaican attached to his head. Because the referee, straight Rasta, bro. I'm talking about, bro, I was like 12 years old, and we were like living out of state with my mom. She was working. We were at a motel or something, living out the motel. But she met these people that lived in the motel as well, and we started delivering phone books for him. He had 2 sons. And I had me and my brother. So it was my mom, and then this dude was just a dad. And then he had 2 sons, and we had 2 sons. But he delivered phone books and shit. So he let us work with him. He'd pay us and shit. We're like, hell yeah, we get paid money. What the fuck is this? So we got to go on the truck with him and deliver fucking phone books with him and shit. And I don't know how I just got into this story. Why I was thinking about it. What the fuck was I just saying? I don't know why, but now I'm going to finish the story. I don't know why I just got into this. Oh, the dreadheads. The dreadhead. That's what it was. But this is why. These motherfuckers were all dread. The dad, his dreads were so long, I swear to God, I'm not bullshitting. Fucking strike me down if I'm lying. If I'm lying, I'm fucking dying. His dreads were so fucking long, he put them in his pockets. I'm not lying. His shit was so long. He had to put his dreads in his pockets, and then they still came back out of his pockets, but so they didn't drag on the floor. He would walk around with his dreads in his pockets because they were so long. And that's what the referee looked like at John Gotti's fight. But yeah, we used to deliver phone books with his kids, make a little money on the side. You know what I'm saying? Try to make a little bit of money to buy some fucking, cards, whatever we were playing, Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon. We were like 10 years old. So, like, oh shit, what? We get $10? We're rich. We get to go to a gas station today. So yeah, man. But that's what that reminded me of. But the other thing, aside from the comments about the fucking dreads on this guy's fight, just having the name John Gotti, people are like, you can either win or you can sleep with the fishes. They're like, I don't want to be the guy that beats this guy by KO. You know, like people are joking about if you beat him, you're probably gonna end up missing. Yo, it's a funny joke, but yeah, man, he's fighting MMA and he looked really good in his last fight. So next fight is booked. Do we have a date? He's fighting Josh Zuckerman, who's 0-3. See, that's a winnable fight. It's just a winnable fight. You don't have to be fixed to beat a guy that's fucking 0-3. So yeah. With that being said, do we have a date? Yeah, November 2nd. Okay, November 2nd. John Gotti III's fighting at CES. Interesting. I'll probably be watching that fight at least. One more thing to talk about, though, guys. Tyron Woodley, Donald Cerrone, other fighters set to star in the upcoming MMA movie, and boom, Cerrone's going to be in the movie. Who knows, guys? That picture we were just talking about, like I fucking said, he could have been on the set of a movie. He could have been on the set of a damn movie. You know? There wasn't no guarantee that he's actually injured. You got to wonder, though, because he does so much wild shit. But he could have been on the set of this movie. And Nicole Bosco, first to share the news, Fansided reported that Donald Cerrone, Eric Anders, Kenny Florian, and Tyron Woodley have all signed on for the film. Actor Steven Dorff, who's best known for his roles in Blade, Deuces Wild, True Detective, will play the role of Cash, an MMA fighter who will be battling against his own son, played by Darren Mann. So the movie's about an MMA fighter that's got to fight his own son. Oh shit, I'm watching this. It's been really important to me that the film feels as possible, that it respects the world of MMA, from the fight choreography to the commentary to the capturing the intense feeling of being in the cage. These guys are the real deal, and incorporating them into the film is helping us achieve that. So yeah, man, if you're gonna do a fucking MMA movie, why don't you bring in some of the MMA actors? You know what I'm saying? Shit, get Anderson Silva in there. He's got a movie coming out, I think. But yeah, Woodley, we know he was in like what's that fucking Boys in the Hood? Is that what the movie was called? The actual biopic, Boys in the Hood? Like he was in that shit. Not Boys in the Hood. Oh my God. Fucking, I can't believe I just said Boys in the Hood. Fucking NWA documentary. I can't think of the name. I don't even know if I've watched the full movie. You guys all know what I'm talking about. Yo, Cube. That was Tyron. I know Tyron Woodley's line. Yo, Cube. You ready? Like that was Tyron Woodley's line. You know, fucking Straight Outta Compton. God, brain fart. Straight Outta Compton. You guys know what I'm talking about. Straight Outta Compton. I couldn't think of the name of the movie. You know, but yeah, so Tyron Woodley was in there. You know, he got a little bit of acting. Tyron Woodley's a hustler. Say what you want about the fucking Kobe Covington. I'm sure we'll have something to say about this. B-list actor. Oh well, at least he's out here grinding, whether it's YouTube, whether it's TMZ, whether it's acting, whether it's trading, whether it's fighting. Woodley's out here grinding. Put some respect on his name. So with that being said, guys, make sure you tune in tomorrow because we do got the PFL Fight Companion. We're watching the tournaments. Guys are fighting more than one time. If you win, you got to fight again. It's going to be fun as fuck, man. We're going to be checking that out. Welterweight and middleweight. We got Jake Shields. We got Rick Story. We got Ray Cooper III. Magomed Karimov. We got Abubakar Nurmagomedov. Bojan Velicevic. We got a lot of good fighters. So let me pull up the chat, give some shout-outs before we get out of here. But we're going to play a song. Which song? Oh, we were just talking about Tyron Woodley. We're playing the I'll Beat Your Ass challenge. But first, that weird guy says, stream drop or is it just me? The stream is dropped. Hopefully it's back up. Let me see. Are we back up? I don't think we are. Are we? Well, yeah, it says the stream is up. What the fuck? Oh, we're back. All right, so you guys heard a majority of that. I didn't exactly see where we dropped out, but what I was saying is I'm doing a fight companion for these fights. These are the fights tomorrow. Ray Cooper, Jake Shields, Rick Story. Got a lot of good fighters. Winner fights again on the same night, and then who wins that fight makes it to the fucking championship. $1 million, all type of shit. Middleweight, same thing going down. If you win your first fight, you fight again. If you win that fight, you make it to the title fight. and you win $1 million if you can win the title fight. So on December 31st, there's going to be a card where they're crowning 6 fucking champions. They're crowning, the PFL is just opening up. They're doing these tournaments. Winner gets the belt and $1 million. This shit is dope. I wish I'd have been here for the whole bracket. They didn't have it broke down like this, but I like how they got these brackets. So now Steven Siler and Lance Palmer, winner gets $1 million, and also the winner gets PFL's featherweight belt, lightweight. You got Nathan Schultz versus Rashid Magomedov. Winner gets $1 million, and the winner gets their lightweight belt. Light heavyweight's already done. You got Vinny Magalhaes versus Sean O'Connell. Winner gets $1 million, and winner gets the belt. Heavyweight. You got Copeland versus Lins. Winner gets $1 million and the heavyweight belt. Now, the only tournaments that aren't done yet, the only brackets that aren't done yet, are welterweight and middleweight. These are the welterweight and middleweight playoffs. So these are the tournaments that are going down tomorrow, and whoever makes it to the finals, just like those other guys, has that shot. So let me pull up the chat, and then we'll be getting out of here. Rockhold out for an injury, says Pinhead. What in the fuck? Holy shit, Pinhead been hollering at you. Yeah, my bad, I didn't see it. I don't see the chat unless like a alert or something comes up. So unless I'm actually looking at the chat, I won't, you know what I'm saying, see it unless an alert goes off or something, like a fucking super chat or something. But I'm here now, and god damn, what breaking news. When Full Time sees the Rockhold news. Yo, that is crazy. I was just talking about literally on this stream how this is a bad matchup for Weidman. Oh my god. Oh, I was just fucking thinking about how that's our fucking co-main event. Like, oh, fuck, bro. Oh my god. What a shit show. UFC 230 is dying. It might be dead. Cormier and Lewis is still a good fight, but that's literally all we got. And Lewis doesn't have much of a chance. I can't believe we just fucking lost Rockhold versus Weidman. Like, when I first hear it, it doesn't process. Like, it takes me a while to think about it and process what all this means. Oh, fuck, dude. This is terrible. Could you imagine? Could you imagine if Shevchenko versus Eubanks was the headliner? And we lost Poirier versus Diaz. And we lost Rockhold versus Weidman. And we lost the mystery main event. God, man. This is fucking bullshit, man. Everyone spam Full Team. I want to see his reaction. Fucking rip. Rip. Rip to UFC 230. Let me pull this up now. Dude. This is crazy. I need to see the fight card. This is crazy. So, we got Cormier versus Lewis and like nothing else. Nothing. I was looking at UFC fucking 230 like, what the dude? Oh, if you guys haven't heard, if you've just been listening, yeah, we just got the news from the chat. Luke Rockhold is out of his Weidman fight with the fucking injury. AKA is back at it. Annihilate knees always. They're back to the fucking injury bug. They got away from it for a while. Back to it. Rockhold training hard. A little too hard. What the fuck? Guys, and I got to end the stream on that news, but I'll do a separate video and we'll break down this injury. We'll talk about what it could mean, how this is absolute bullshit, but I got to fucking go. So, real quick, I'm going to pull up the UFC 230 card so we can fucking just go because that's what it is at this point. No sugarcoating it. Respect to Lewis, respect to Cormier, but this is crazy. At least we got a decent headliner, but this fight's gone. Literally all we got is Middleweight Square Garden's falling apart. I'm not even going to say that. I was going to say this is a fight. Honestly, when they booked it, I was like, all right, maybe it happened, but the card was seeming too good to be true. But Rockhold versus Weidman 2, that's another fight that's fucking cursed, right? Ferguson versus Khabib's been scheduled. That one got canceled 4 times. First time these guys were supposed to fucking fight, it was Weidman. He got injured, so Bisping stepped up. Now they're supposed to fight. Rockhold gets injured. So does Weidman stay on the card, or do we lose Weidman and Diaz? Fuck it. Book Weidman versus Diaz. Ugh. No, don't do that. That would be bad for Diaz. Oh, my God. This fucking card is shit, dog. I'm sorry. It's not shit for hardcore fans, but, dude, from the fucking... This card has just been a fucking roller coaster, a wild ride of fucking... And it's a lot more bad news than good news. I can't think of, like, you know, like this whole fucking, I guess the good news. Oh, shit, Lewis versus Cormier, but does it offset the bad news? Yeah, but you lost Shevchenko, or wait, who was supposed to be the first main event? We had a mystery main event. Remember, we didn't have a main event? Was it going to be like Jones or somebody? You guys, we're not ever going to be able to look back at all of this and make sense out of it. If you're behind the scenes, there's probably so much chaos going on, madness, hectic. I couldn't even imagine all the shit that's been going on behind the scenes for this fucking card. First, we had Diaz versus Poirier. Good card. Rockhold Weidman. Well, that was even going under the radar. We had Rockhold Weidman, Diaz, Poirier, mystery main event still. John Jones just got cleared to fight. We could have had John Jones versus DC at the beginning of this card, but DC was injured. John Jones wanted more money. That didn't happen. Fine, then Poirier gets injured. He's off the card. Diaz don't want to fight no one else. He's off the card. Now Rockhold's off the card. Shevchenko versus Eubanks got thrown on out of fucking nowhere. That didn't even make sense at any point ever. Alright, guys, the stream's back on. But yeah, that's about the time. We're about to cut it off anyway. I apologize. Next time that shouldn't happen. But yeah, so we went from a spectacular possible card to literally, we don't even have a co-main event now. You either put Brunson and Adesanya or you put Souza and Branch. Neither one of those are a legitimate co-main event for Madison Square Garden. And I'm a big fan. I still like the card. I'm a hardcore fan. I'm still looking at the prelims. I like Kelleher versus Jackson. I like Burgos versus Holloway. I like all these fights. I like Knight versus Rinaldi. I like all these fights. I'm fine with watching as a hardcore fan. But as far as the big fights in the Madison Square Garden and the big card this had the potential to be, that is gutted. That is gutted. We're going to a main event. About 90% sure we know the winner. 90% of people are probably picking Cormier going into this fight. No legit main event, co-main event. I mean, this is a salvaged card and it's Madison Square Garden. That's unfortunate. Conor just lost. I mean, wow. I mean, you got Khabib now, though. Like, we'll see where the UFC goes, man. But this is a fucking bummer. Like, even with Lewis versus Cormier, we were like, okay, now we can focus on Weidman versus Rockhold. Because this fight was going under the radar. Nobody was really paying attention to Rockhold versus Weidman with all this fucking drama and bullshit going on into this card. But now that we actually care about Weidman versus Rockhold, the rematch, even though we already cared about it, I'm just saying, now that it's at the forefront of our fucking attention, and we're like, okay, still a solid co-main event. Now this one's gone too. So, with that being a video on this topic, you guys, somebody be back, bagel biting bullshit. We getting out of here because the stream's shutting off. All right, guys. We're about to get out of here because the stream's about to cut off. Stream resumed. Is it? No, it's not. I'm about to type it. We're about to get out of here. One day I need to hear you say the word y'all. It'll be amazing. All right, take it easy. Stamina MC. Fuck off, BagelBot. Can't you see we're mourning here, for fuck's sake? Anti-Beg was about his comedic relief in a way. Yo, that's dope. All right, are we even live? I don't think so. Oh, we are. All right, we're back live. All right, awesome. With that being said, Rockhold Weidman 2, it's canceled, guys. That's how we're going to end the show, unfortunately. But we got to end with some good news, actually. We're going to end with a song. Do I have a Rockhold or a Weidman song? I think I got Gastelum versus... You know what? We're playing Daniel Cormier double champ. Fuck that. I kind of want to play that one, too, because that was supposed to be at UFC 230. But you know what? We're getting out of here. We got to go. Bye, guys.
Or is this full-time MMA?
We'll be back tomorrow. Fight Companion, PFL 10. Be there or be square.
Now.
I love full-time MMA right now.
Full-time MMA? Nothing else.
My life, man, yeah.
Salute to the full-time family. We out! Nobody fucking with me, yeah. I'm about to go be Stipe, yeah. Moving up to heavyweight, yeah. And I am destined to be great, yeah. And if you didn't know, they call me DC. And there's no one that you know that can beat me. Yeah, I fought John Jones, but was he clean? I don't think so. What's in that PP? Steroids, cocaine, probably weed. Testosterone, dick pills, and speed. And shrooms, and pills, and codeine. Goddamn, John turned into a dope fiend. And Stipe's about to turn into a folding chair. When I fold him up, I'ma win 2 belts and hold him up. On my champ shit, Connor knows what's up, little bitch. Ha! Alright, guys, I'm out.